Alright guys, I am continuing where we left off on the last video. We're going to get some stuff done in this one. What you see before you is Freak. So that's its name. It is the BC3, which stands for Buggy Class 3. And we are going to do basically a heart transplant. So as it sits right here is how the truck's going to be ran. The only thing that's going to be changing is this frame. The print quality that I did at home, pretty damn good. I would give myself almost a 10 out of 10. I'd give it a 9.8. I'd give it a 9.9. It's pretty awesome. The Creality K1C, great budget printer if you're just trying to get into the 3D printing hobby. I would suggest, if you are obsessed with this hobby like I am, and you are trying to make yourself some custom RC rock crawler stuff, start learning some CAD software and get a 3D printer. It's a game changer. You really start getting to be creative. And if you're the old school type where you just want to fabricate by hand, that works too. But 3D printing really has changed the game for me. So I have the scales already up. They're already tared. I'm going to put it on and see where we're at with battery and everything. This is how the truck was sitting. It's pretty much even on the scales, give or take. A little bit right there. That's pretty much centered. It is, and it's pretty much where it was at before. We're at 43% weight biased, and it is 50-50 left to right, and almost good on the cross weight at 51 and 49%. Total of 4,130 grams. So to get that, because I can't do some math off the top of my head, 4,130 grams, 2 pounds. We are at 9.105 pounds. The way it sits, that's pretty much what I remember when I weighed it last when this was completed. 9.1 pounds. We're just going to call it 9.1. Where are we going to be when we're done? I don't know. But shout out to Sky RC for the corner weight scale system. You guys, if you're really deep diving into this hobby, spend the I think it's $99, $90, whatever it is online, and get yourself these little scales. It truthfully makes a difference in your hobby. So I'm going to pause the video, and I think I am going to, at some point when I get this by itself naked and completely apart, I'm going to weigh the carbon fiber, the PET-G carbon fiber chassis, and compare it. Is it going to be at 532 grams like the 3D printed metal one? Or are we going to be lighter? Are we going to be heavier? What are we going to be at? So stay tuned to the next clip. Alright guys, this is where I'm at. It's been a little bit of time since I stopped the camera, but a lot got done. This thing is pretty much at the point where it needs to be transplanted. And I just want to see where are we at with the weight of this. It's got a little bit of hardware on it, but let's just see. What are we looking at? All right. On the scale, okay, that's a significant difference. We're at 532 for the aluminum, and for the PET-G carbon fiber, we're at 259. So about double the weight. But doing some thinking, there is quite a bit of weight down low with the tires, the inserts, the wheel weights, the aluminum axles, the servo on axles, front and rear. There's a ton of unsprung weight on this rig, and I don't think that, we're just going to call it 250 grams, is going to make a difference. Could it? I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. So that's where we're at. 259 for a PET-G 3D printed carbon fiber chassis and then the aluminum 532. So that will be going to Canyon as a spare chassis. So this one right here that was on it will be going to Canyon, and I've got the body panels and pretty much the receiver. Let's do this. We'll lay it like that. Okay, so with body panels and the receiver box, we're at $690. So, you know, 100 and something grams, 100 and some change in grams added in weight, adding the hardware and everything on it. So, yeah, it went really well. You guys are really gonna like it. Sorry if the angles suck. I'm in work mode right now, not really in film mode. I kind of want to just keep going again. So this thing, it's a big bird's nest of just wiring, and yeah, this is how you do it. You pretty much leave everything intact. You just undo the 4 screws to the skid, the 4 screws to the shocks, and bada bing, bada boom, this thing's in transfer mode. So let's transplant this thing. And I mean, pretty much final weight is going to be, I think, still in the 9-pound range. I only gained 250 grams, so I don't know, will that be 9.5 pounds instead of 9.1? I don't know. I'll figure out at the end when it's all said and done. And progress is being made. Again, the hardest part, truthfully, is routing all the wiring and not getting it to pinch when you're getting this over all the stuff in the skid. So I am not going to do that on camera because I'll be fumbling around and looking like a dork. So next time you see this thing, it's probably going to be in its completed form. And I am thrilled. I also simplified a little bit on the wiring. So with the Radio Link, it comes with this like voltage meter where the motor plugs in and the battery plugs into this, and then this goes directly to the receiver. I just got rid of that because it was so tight on the wiring. I just wanted to free up any little bit of space I could. So just trying to simplify it and make it easy on myself. So yeah, to the next clip. Like I said, probably going to be done. Probably going to be on the scales, and we're going to know final weight and my final thoughts on this. And again, you guys like in the comment, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. And you know, everybody has the right to an opinion. If people are just kind of hating this idea and this truck, you know, I want to know. I do appreciate anybody that likes it though and thinks that it's something that, you know, they're enjoying and maybe they would want to build someday. Yeah, you know, I could use a little pick me up. So let me know if you're liking what you're seeing, and if you want to see more of this content. I can't wait to get this thing out on the rocks, guys. It's truly, this is like a bucket list dream RC. This thing, it's so special. It's never going anywhere. I will have this as an old man, and truthfully, I'm pretty sure electronic wise, transmission wise, everything, this is going to be a done deal. I don't see me wanting to reinvent the wheel with this thing. I don't see me ever wanting to run different axles. I don't ever see me wanting to throw different servos on. The 422 HD V2 reefs are going to be plenty of servo for this truck. I mean, maybe the only thing I could see failing would be the very, very cheap, I think it's like $12, the little Mias 8 kilogram servo for the dig box. I think I could see that failing, and if that does, I'll throw in another little micro servo in it. Other than that, this thing's probably going to be this is its final form, guys. never changing after this. Like, this is it. So, yeah, I could totally see me as an old man where people are going to be like, what's that thing? And, maybe crawling will be absolutely gone by then. So, let me get this thing going. It's daylight savings time right now. So, we gained an hour today. Yeah, when the clocks turn back, you kind of gain an hour. I think it's like almost 1. So, it would be almost 2 o'clock. I'm trying to get this done. It's a Sunday. I got to go back to work tomorrow. So, yeah. Hoping you guys like this build and everything that's involved with it. Truthfully. All right, guys. There she is. I can't even explain to you like what my thoughts are, or even begin with just what I'm thinking or how I feel about this. This is so good. I literally was singing a Drake song about she just started to look back at, what, tell him baby you're real. I said I didn't doubt you for a second. I was squeezing it. I could tell how I feel. I was singing that right now. This song is just, going through my mind when I look at this thing. The transfer went really good. It took some time. I created these little, like, kind of hood latch knobs that thread onto the threads that go up for the hood. I had to do some clearancing for the screws for the hood to just make it work, to slip over the threads. Not a big deal. Overall, it's basically the same truck, but it is mostly metal. Very few plastic pieces. Mainly the plastic pieces are the link ends, which is great because then those will be the weak spot that'll break if anything's going to break. The little caps for the front hood, the micro servo bracket for dig, and that's kind of it when we're talking this truck and plastic pieces. It's little to none. Everything else is some sort of metal based, and then minus the inserts, right? Those are my custom honeycomb TPU sized for these 5.79 landmines, the J Concepts landmines. So where are we at in weight? Let's see. I'm going to put it on the scale and then we'll see. It's pretty damn heavy, but I don't think it's going to be much different than where we were at. That's pretty much centered. It's pretty much centered. Okay. I'll call that pretty much centered. It's at 56.44 now. 50/50 and a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the cross weight. Yeah, let's see here. I think it's all about how the suspension settles with cross weight and where we're at. Yeah, you know what? This one's not perfectly centered. That pretty much a little different. It's hard to eyeball this, but truthfully, center of the tires is where you want to be when it comes to checking the weight. That's as good as it's going to get. It's at 51, I'll call that 51.49 on the cross weight. Total weight, 4,415 grams. 56% in the front, 44% in the rear, and it's pretty much 50-50 left to right. Fairly balanced. This is with the battery in it. So if we're gonna do 4415 in grams to pounds, I gotta get like a quick little app or something. 9.733. So we were at 9.1 before. We are now at 9.733. Pretty much in the 9-pound range, right? Still, but we'll say a little over than half a pound was gained. And that's about right. So it's an under 10-pound class 3 buggy with rear steer dig. I don't know if there's any competitions that would allow me to run this thing, but I could try. You know, worst case scenario they could tell me is say no. So I'll introduce you again. This truck's name is Freak. My wife was just calling it Freak 2.0 now, so it might be Freak 2.0. And there you have it. You tell me, guys. Does it look sweet? Do you like it? I really don't think the camera's doing it justice. It is truthfully a really, really bitchin' truck. And yeah, I wish I had a real buggy in real life like this. I couldn't even imagine. So there you have it. Stay tuned. You will see this on the rocks. It will not be pretty forever. I'm going to use the shit out of this truck. And I'm excited. Again, if you find a metal 3D printed rock RC crawler buggy, hell, even just a metal 3D printed flat rail truck, which I doubt, right? Why would you do that when you could just you know, do what I do with my KKV1, go to Send Cut Send, get plate cut out in the shape that you want. You wouldn't do that with a flat rail truck. This is a little bit different, right? This is a quote unquote tubular. It's not tubular. It's cylindrical. Well, it's supposed to represent a tubular buggy, but it is not tubular. That is not how you print the SLM process. Usually when you print SLM, it is 100% infill, period. So I am honestly I can't even talk right now. I really don't know what to say about this thing except for I'm excited that it's done. And I kind of cleaned up the wiring a little bit. It might be a little hard to see. I'll get in here. It doesn't look too clean from the top, but that's as good as I can get it. I'm not, if you've been watching my channel, I'm not the clean wiring guy. Man, guys, truthfully, the camera just doesn't do it justice. I'm trying to get any cool angle I could possibly get. It really looks cool. I guess I can get it off the scales and give you a proper ride height. It's almost there, but it's on the scale, so it's a little off. So that's pretty much your ride height. And it doesn't even look the same on this screen. I hope it comes out good on the TV. We will know shortly. I will be posting this probably tonight, a couple days after the introduction of this. So again, the world's first metal 3D printed RC rock buggy, potentially on the planet. Boy, wouldn't that be fucking cool. Anyway, have a great day. Like and subscribe. Please send me any messages about thoughts, concerns, questions, desires. Again, would you guys want something like this? Again, between printing the chassis, getting the skid, so that way you guys don't have to source the skid that comes with this, getting the body panels, and getting that little scale gas tank, on Amazon. This would not be a cheap buy, but you know, it could be done. And I don't know if I would, maybe take orders and then assemble and get all the parts, or is there going to be enough desire there where I can order 5 of them at a time, which would be ridiculous. That's a ton of money. It would be a lot of money. It would definitely be a commitment on my end. Yeah, I don't know if the smart way to go about this would be like pre-order it, right? I've never done a pre-order. I'd have to figure that out if there's people like, yeah, want it. I mean, I don't know. Or am I going to just be selfish and say no? And do I want this to be the only one? That could be a thing. So, yeah, take care. Have a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wonderful night, whatever it is to you. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.